Okay, good morning. Welcome to MacBean Scottish Fitness. Today is bench day, only because I took a day off on it yesterday because my wife was off. Let me get set up here. Kind of set up, a little set up. Thanks for joining in. So today is going to be bench day, and we'll see how everything goes. I did have a little mishap, a cramp when I was doing deadlifts yesterday. And I felt it cramp up here, but it doesn't appear to do any damage, so we're back at it again today. Now, this is the warm-up portion. So I just did the bar. Now I got 95 on here. I literally had one comment on Instagram. It was so funny. This bench, you're supposed to hit your chest, not your rib cage. I'm just like, okay. You just told everybody you know nothing about lifting. I did one with a young lady spotting me, and oh my God, did that ever waking up some people? Oh, you can't have a woman spot you. And I'm like, why not? If you're lifting smart, if you need help, it's 5 pounds. You know, my kid spotted me. So it was funny that I could have a woman here capable of pulling 100 pounds up this way. Yeah, that's not right, but I could have a boy who's only at the same ability, and that's fine. So a lot of misconceptions out there now. If you're trying for a new PR max effort, yeah, you'd probably want somebody more capable on there. But when you're doing something you do every week, basically if they can lift 10, 15 pounds, they can spot me. There we go. So welcome to the chat. Appreciate the thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Also, there's membership perks. If you do join as a member, you can email me and get fitness and nutrition advice basically anytime you want. I answer all my emails. I know they have holes in them, They're still 45. Good morning. All right. Brian, if you're new, go ahead and subscribe. If you're one of my regulars, pop in and say hi. Don't be shy. Nice sunny day today. Cooler than it was the last couple of days. I think it's only going to get to like 40. So I don't know how motivated I'll be when I get back home, whether I go for a walk or not. Probably at least went out to the pond. I put up some more security lights at the hacienda. Just felt it was time to brighten up the area if you had to. They're really nice. They're off until something approaches and they pretty much flood the area, so I'm pretty happy with them. Probably still like to get probably 2 more. It's just there's one side of the house I really can't cover with the solar ones because it's not in a position where you're going to be able to collect sunlight unless I mount the collector way up high, which I think I can do. But I just don't know if it'll get enough sunlight to keep the battery charged. Today I want to keep doing weight until I feel it's at the top. I am going to come at it slowly because of the cramp that I got yesterday when I was on the trap bar. Now that might have been just because of not enough hydration. So we'll see how the day goes.
Thank you.
Oh, feels good. Oh, there's 2 of those. We got 4 in, 2 thumbs up. Don't forget the thumbs up there. I'm talking about my channels. I say channels because I do have Instagram that's growing pretty well. And as of right now, let's take a look at it here. Just over 5,600 followers on Instagram, which I think is pretty good. I think so anyway. And I'm over 8,000 on YouTube, which I'm really amazed at. I can still remember when I had 7. And then I got excited because I got over 100, and I look at these channels, I got, 10, 20, 50, 100,000. I'm like, wow. Yeah, how they do that? Well, they did it over 10, 15 years. So I've only been in it for my account's older, but I've really only been really pushing it for about a year and a half. I think come August, I can officially call it 2 years. August or September, kids said, "Hey, Dad, you need to do this." So being at 8,000 subs, I'm pretty happy with that. I was looking at my analytics, and my returning viewership is up considerably now. I would say even 10 times as much, which is good to hear, because that's you can't survive on just getting new subs. You have to have your core groups. So I do have my core groups. I have the ones that always show up here and comment, and then I have, when I give them enough notice, and then I have the bigger group that's usually going to put a thumbs up or at least view my videos. And then I'm going to have a bigger group that will view them, won't thumbs up or anything. That's okay. Then I have the ones they were one and done. What are you going to do? A little more warm up. Hey, Ethan, how we doing? Michael, that body beat down, told me about someone trolling over there on this other channel. So I went over there, and there's some guy doing a bench, and you get the know nothing account that makes a smart comment. Of course, everybody was kind of like, rebutting him. I said, dudes, you're talking to a troll. Don't feed the trolls. It's their life. Going to wander around channels and make dumb comments. On my Instagram, because I'm growing there, but I'm new to it. I still get the fake weights, and I don't even reply to them anymore. I'm like, whatever, dude. Believe whatever you want. I don't care. They're real plates. Well, they have holes in them. Okay, well, tell me you've never been in an old school gym without telling me. You just did. Let me kick that over a little more. There we go. So I'm just going to do one of my workout videos here. And tomorrow, maybe we'll do shoulders. It might be at the other gym. Or this one, we'll see how early I get up. And just see how long I can carry this workout. I was a little nervous after yesterday when I felt that little cramp, but it was a cramp. That's all it was. So this too, I will survive. I will survive. There we go.
All right, thank you, Dan. Have a good one. Have a good day.
So every workout you're going to do warm-ups. You got to get everything ready to do the work. If you go in cold, you're going to get hurt. And what I like to do is I like to kind of jump it up a little bit weight at a time. All righty. Found the other 35. So I'm going to change things up and make math hard for everybody. Thanks for thumbs up. Make sure you pop in and say hello. So I know who is in. The bars are not a jail. This used to be a car dealership. I get that question from time to time also. And I'm like, nope, it's not that. So There's Ethan. I don't know, Ethan. I'm gonna keep going up. If you watched Deadlifts on the Deck video yesterday, you'll see right there at the end, I felt a cramp right here, so I had to set it down. And I want to make sure that it's not going to affect me here, so I'm going to creep at it. And as long as I don't feel any tension, I'll keep going up. But once I feel tension, then I'm going to have to stop. Yeah, and I mean I don't see any bruising, I don't see any yellowing, so. One problem that my one doctor used to tell me is my pain tolerance is at such a level that sometimes what I think is just a little tweak is actual injury. So I have to kind of make sure I keep watching it. So we're just going to slowly creep out there, knock out a set of here. I'm going to introduce some 35s just to mess with everybody, make them have to do harder math. And have a little fun with it today, It's nice and sunny, but it is cold. So it's a good day to look out the window. Did go for a walk the last couple days, and I did pull some. So I'm going to keep doing it till I feel that there's no danger here, because I can kind of feel it a little bit there. So next warm up, we had 25s. On to the next. All right, so we took the 25s off, put the 35s on. Hey, Randy. Oh, okay. Hopefully it's running well. So yesterday, like I said, I felt a cramp here. And so I'm going to come at it slow, because I am feeling it a little bit, not bad. But once I get the option that maybe might be the one day just to do reps. And you're going to have those days. It's better to do reps and not injure yourself than it is to go in there and just do damage, and now you got to stay out of the gym for a couple weeks while you heal. So chances are I'm not going to go real heavy, but we'll see how the warm-ups go. Still going to go heavy, as most people consider, but I hate not doing 405. But we may do a combination of plates to make 405 hard to calculate. So when I put that on Instagram, people go, wait a minute, that's not, math is hard. So yeah, about 1 out of 100 comments, I get fake weights. I used to reply to them, I stopped. I'm like, now some I've turned around, I said, no, they're real plates. Here's my, my rankings in open powerlifting. And they're like, oh, dude, I'm sorry. So you have some that are real people and just find it hard to believe that somebody my age and height, long arms can do that. I understand that. I do understand what I do is rare. But I try to celebrate it as long as I can and motivate other people to get back in shape. I mean, back in shape, just be moving around, lift some weights, get moving, have a good time. Volume muted in work meeting right now. That's gone over as normal, yeah. We used to have these meetings when I worked retail. The owner's son-in-law would take us out to breakfast, and they were brutal. Some people just didn't realize not to say anything, because he'd give that loaded question where there was no right answer. It don't matter what you said. And then he'd go on a tantrum. I mean, loud cussing. They always put us in the back room, but everybody in that place got to hear us. And we had this one guy, and he's always never knew when to shut the hell up. We used to say, help, I'm talking, I can't shut up. We're winding down. I can see the door, and he's got to open his mouth. And I just, boom, I kicked him under the table. I was like, ah. And the owner's son looked at me, did you just kick him? I said, yeah, I got places to be. I ain't got time for this shit. He said, okay, it's dismissed. And I did. I had a store to run. I didn't need there 2 hours hearing how terrible we were. After that, at the beginning of me, he's like, don't say a word, Frank. Nothing. Keep your mouth shut. Those were the days. I'm glad I'm out of it. Where I work now, I'm just going to work, do my work, come home. No worries. My fear is they're going to try to sucker me into some sort of supervision. I'm good at it. Just I hate babysitting people. I rarely see the supervisor because they know I know what needs to be done and I get it done. I don't need to be hovered over to get my job done. The guy I'm training, Jacob, who spots me, knows to get the job done. Pretty much on that area of the plant, every shift knows to get the job done. There's other areas where, not so much. But I just like it at this point of my life. But things may always change. The missus is getting the urge to move out of Illinois again. And we have this conversation about this time every year. We're still here. But currently we got 2 of our 3 kids out west. So it'd be kind of nice to get further west and get into a state that's not so corrupt. Our state's more corrupt than yours. Yay. Thanks everybody for the thumbs up. So next warm up, we got 45 and 35 on each side just to change things up. So I'm coming in it a lot slower today. Make sure you get everything warmed up. Very much rejoicing. So how do I want to do it next time? Take the 35s off and put the 45s in. All right, had to refuel up my water. So, you're talking about work. And let me reiterate what I had previously reiterated And let me say that again. Had a platoon sergeant like that. We had the whole battalion or battery out there. And the first sergeant would yada 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 yada. Okay, we got it. Let's go to the motor pool. And as platoon sergeant, he had to come back and just say, "Let me reiterate, so I can sound important." We're like, "You got to be kidding me!" And he was getting out of the Army because he was overweight, and we had an indoor formation because of the weather. And two individuals started arguing, and the next thing you know, they're slugging it out. So of course we got out of their way, because the only person that gets hurt is the one that gets in between the two guys fighting. And he was mad. And he came up to me and one of the other bigger guys. He goes, "Why didn't you break that fight up?" I said, I don't get between two grown men slugging it out. All right, chances are they don't know what they're swinging at anymore, and I'm going to be the likely target. They were doing just fine on their own. They didn't need any help from me. So, everything was cool after the fight. Back then you could do that. But like me to get between two grown men, no. The only time I'll do that is if they hit a woman. I did. I threw two people out of a house because same thing. They started fighting, and when the girls decided to get in between it, and got her nose broke. Well, and I had told them not to do that, so I threw them both out of the house. But you never get between two people fighting. Never. Back off. All right. Let law enforcement take care of it as long as there are no deadly weapons. The chances are you're going to get the worst of it. Not on purpose. It's just going to happen that way. So, time for another set. I think I'll move this just a little bit. There we go. All right, continuing to warm up. Doing it slowly, a lot slower than I used to, mainly because I've had a cramp doing deadlifts the other day. So I want to make sure that it wasn't a warning. So far, so good. So pretty much I'm on I have the feeling it's going to be a rut day. Just because I can still feel the cramp there. And I don't want to do anything extremely stupid. So slowly going up in weight and doing the reps is going to be beneficial. And I won't lose anything because of it. But I don't think I'll be shooting for a 430 today. We will get above 315, and we'll go from there. Thanks again for the thumbs up. I do appreciate it. This might be a good time to test. So I brought my tablet last time, and then I was kind of disappointed. I felt I couldn't. No, I don't. Schedule install. Oops. I'll schedule the install to be at work. There we go. We should be good then. Here we go. Camera. Look at here. YouTube music. Okay. Nope. Huh. Well, that's weird. Camera. Gallery. Instagram, okay. I had to flip it up. I know those ones. You're like, oh my God, please be quiet. Let me see, what was my last comment? Yada, 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 not so much. All right, let's look here. Gallery. So no, it may not. No. So I've got messages, I got the likes. Search multiple. So no, I still can't do anything off of my tablet. So I wanted to be able to do a live off my tablet, and it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do that. Whatever reason, it's not giving me the option. I can look at what's going on. You know, I can see on that part, but that's it. So like if I look at I did have Titan Fitness put me on their thing. So that's my Instagram. And you can see I'm doing pretty well. 56.23. It's starting to slow down a little bit. But still pretty impressive. I think so. I'm happy with it. All right, another chug of water and get ready to do my next set. Johnny Buffalo. Put the phone away and let's get back to work. Urgh. Do that later. You need to focus on fitness instead of vanity. Well, you're not going to see 10 reps at 405. There would be 10 singles. But if I could do 10 reps at 405, then I could bench 500 pounds. And I can't bench 500 pounds. Not yet. And I know you're joining in late. So yesterday during deadlifts, I felt a cramp there. So I'm coming at this slow but steady. So I may not even go up to 405 today. Sometimes you have to make adjustments depending on how you feel. But it is time to do another set. I think the best I've done is 405. I think it's by 4 or 5. I think that's the best I've done. That felt good. I'm taking the 25s off and putting 35s on. Boy. So still, it's a good workout. I started with the bar, did 2 sets with 95, did 2 sets with 135. Then a set of 185, a set of 205, and a set of 225. And just did a set of 275. So I'm warmed up. Hey, Jason, how you doing? Yeah, you do turn enough. You need to have confidence and need to build a little bit more endurance. Right now, probably the best I could do is a double on 405 if I had the right spotter. Like I said, probably not going to be today. Probably have to wait until the end of the week. Make sure everything is healed up. Oh, Jason, I appreciate that. Oh, how's your cutting weight doing? So a shout out to my daughter who designed my new shirts and coffee mugs. They're available on her SD Shop Fallout umbrella. The link is in the description. She's actually getting a lot of attention from the Navy, especially from nukes, as she designed some things that only if you were a Navy nuke would you understand what the shirt meant. That started to catch on, so she's selling us a couple of those shirts. So she has my little section, and she has things for babies. She has a bunch of T-shirts that are Navy, based on Fallout, based on pets. So 270, all right. If you're not careful, you're going to be at my weight class. Two this week and 3 other specialists. You must have good insurance. They're sending you everywhere. That's fine. I'd listen to your trainer. I'm my own trainer. I'm trying to build strength, so I take longer than 2-minute reps, 2-minute rest. Not saying he's wrong. If he's your trainer, you should listen. I'm not in any hurry to get anywhere. Jason, it's just easier just to say, oh, yeah, you're right, man. You're right. That's how I handle most of them. You know, even a blind squirrel finds an acorn now and then. Yeah, it's like the comments I get. Well, you don't even look like you train. No, I don't train for size. I train for strength. So many people got the misconception that the only person who trains is going to have huge, muscles and stuff like that. No, that's a person who trains for that. And they have to train hard for that. They have to spend hours and hours in the gym. They have to do special diets. They have to do special exercises. It's a science. Deal like that. I train for strength. It's a different science. I get to eat more. Oh yeah, especially those guys are pressing 600 pounds or more, you know damn way they're taking 2 minutes rest. You just bench pressed a truck. God, one buddy, Cole, holy smokes. And he warms up, he does 405 for like 13 to 15 reps. You know, he reps 460 for 6 reps. You know, I mean, he raw benches 600 when he throws a shirt on. Now he's throwing 700 up. You know, and he's my age, you know, he's 60, just huge. Yes, you know, there's always somebody stronger. So it'd always be the best version of yourself. That's all you need to do. As long as you do that, you're fine. All right, do 95. Whew. Oh, that feels good. Oh, yeah. Those are work. Hey, Christopher. Yeah, I hear you. That's why I'm going slow. Hey, thanks everybody for thumbs up. Appreciate that. So, do my arms look small? I get that a lot. These comments. Your arms not big enough. I'm like, dude, I got 18-inch arms. I think you're right, Jason. I had like a glass of milk, but they're just long. Compared to your calves. Yeah, well, some people have huge calves. One guy in the Army, he called him a dwarf. His calves were so big that he couldn't lace up like the top 3 laces on his boots. Just his calves are too big. Yeah, so I know one of the guys on Instagram, he took the time to look at my profile, and then he seen one picture with my shirt off. He goes, "Wow." He goes, "Yeah, your shirt hides all that." He goes, "But boy, that one without the shirt." So now everything seems more believable. That's why every now and then I'll do an exercise with the shirt off, just so you can see the muscles engage and really what is important. 18, Chris. Last I measured, they're 18. I'm pretty sure they're still 18. Maybe 18 and a half. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's good stuff. It's the size of my neck. Yeah, actually, I have a 20-inch neck. The last 2 physicals ago, the doctor, she grabbed a tape measure and measured my neck. She goes, you got 20-inch neck? I said, well, I knew it was up there. She goes, that's pretty big. I said, well, I lift a lot. She was really surprised. I was too. But I knew I had to keep buying shirts with bigger necklines. I think when I first started working out 30, 40, 48 years ago, well, when I was a kid, let's not count, but as an adult, I think I'd usually wear a 16 neck, maybe a 15 and a half, and now they got to be 20s. And I don't even work them. I was thinking if I did those exercises that Christopher does, how big it would get. I'd be like, brrr. Yep. No, I knew when I had good health insurance when my wife was carrying the first child. They were wanting to do all these tests, and I finally had to stop some of them. You know, they're like, yeah, we're gonna, take a sample off the fetus. I said, you're gonna what? Oh, we just take some cells. I said, no, you're not. You're not sticking anything up there, and you ain't touching the kid. And I'm like, we just did this test last week. You don't need to do it again. They're going to take an epidural sample. I don't think so. You wait before the kid comes out before you start sticking it with anything. They're like, well, we can test and see if it has Down syndrome. I said, so what? If it does have Down syndrome, we're still having the baby. So there's no need to do that test because it ain't going to change anything. Except for the fact that you run the risk of getting an infection and killing it in the wound. So I'm like, I don't think so. So now I got 345, and because I'm repping it, I think I'll get a spotter here just so I can go for an extra rep or two or maybe three. My spotters are gone. We'll see if someone wants to. So I have over 41,000 views. And but one out of, let's say, 20 comments are like, well, what are we going to feed the house? Well, the next one I want to go do are you just kind of looking at like, just a lighter weight. So I want to have one of the girls that doing the contest and I want to look at it and just take a selfie and get home. Just see what sort of views I can get on that. Right. How is she going to help you? She'll take a selfie. Oh, look. But that's why I asked, because chances are good for oh my God, are you not coming? No, I just say crazy old man.
No, not really.
Just in case your grandkids. Come on.
I can just see the voice call.
What are we going to do? Or we go home where I pretend they fail, and you're just like, grab the phone and start putting out. All right, looks like I'll be doing less reps because I don't have a spotter. Now it's a weight I can do. I ain't worried about it. I'm probably only going to press it a few times just because I don't have anybody to spot me. Not that I trust anyway. So I had to cut it short. A couple reasons. Don't have a spotter. And I had felt a cramp yesterday. Now, if I do get one to come in, nope, UPS driver. So because of that, it really is going to keep me from going heavier. So it looks like today is just going to be a rep day. Oh, that's huge, Christopher. That's huge. Very good. So sometimes you have to. Now I'm going to wait a few minutes and see if somebody else maybe shows up here a little bit later. And I'd like to do at least one more heavier set. But I'm not going to do it without a spotter. This, you want to be safe. Safe and not the sorry. Well, I have to rely on helpers if I'm going to do heavy, John. There's no choice about it. You know, my schedule is as such. Now, what I'll probably start doing is I'll probably start going to Shorewood for these big benches where I know I'm going to have 5 or 6 people there that have spotted me before. So probably on Friday, it'll be out of Shorewood Fitness. And then I don't have to worry about it. This is a little bit smaller gym. If I was the one in Pontiac, I'd be SOL. Because rarely do I have anybody to spot me there. So a lot of times I just do reps at lighter weights, which is still beneficial. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Yep. And that's true, Jason. Not wasting energy. I'm storing it. I got plenty of energy for today. I work a shift after this. You know, I'll probably go for a 3-4 mile hike after this. All right. I bank my energy where it needs to be. I think after 48 years of training, I believe I got this down. Like I said, you have a trainer that's telling you to do things, listen to your trainer. That's what you're paying him or her for. I don't know why you would pay somebody and not listen to them. That's cool. Wonderful. I don't know who David Googans is. There are workouts that I do that. When I do arms, it's pretty much a 2-minute workout, 2-minute rest. When I'm doing larger lifts, no. Not doing 2 minutes when I'm doing deadlifts or bench or squats. There's too many muscles involved. But like I said, Jason, it's okay. He can put. I don't mind his comments, Jason. You don't have to delete his messages. He's not that bad. He's entitled to his opinion. He's only a semi-troll, so you don't have to delete his messages. I'm okay with old Johnny Buffalo of some age. He doesn't use vulgar language. He doesn't use insults. So he's okay. I appreciate the thought, but you don't have to block him or delete his messages. So they have a guy who keeps wanting me to do, says back curls. So I'm guessing from what I've did, back curls are kind of like these, which I thought were more like triceps. I'm thinking that's what he wants me to do, or he wants me to do these. And he keeps going, you know, every day he hits me with that. Come on, back curls. So I think the next trip to Premier Fitness, I'll do those. Hopefully I'll get them right. I don't know if he's wanting me to do these for some reason, or if he's wanting me to do these with dumbbells. Either way, it's probably a good exercise and worthwhile doing it. Oh, absolutely, Christopher. You should compete, Christopher. It's fun. You meet a lot of good people at competitions. Everybody there is to cheer you on. It really is. It's probably one of the reasons I still do it. Is just the people. You didn't offend John. You didn't. Like I said, you're entitled to your opinion. You know, I have no problem with that. Jason was just, one of my moderators and was just, doing his job. And I just told him, I said, no, you're fine. You don't use vulgar language. You don't really do insults. You might say some silly things from time to time, but that's fine. We all do that, So I got no problem with that. One more time, I'm going to try to find a spot. I just don't know if the spot.
Some internet.
I just want people a little bit more weight. I just like to have somebody there just in case.